Namaste students, हमेशा खुश रहो बिटिया. I am JV'n's Dr. Neeraj Dholia, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jayoti Vidhyapeeth, Women's University, Jaipur. So today we are going to discuss the topic physiological basis of learning or experience. So this topic is a part of the subject behavioral science, and let's start this. So what is the learning or experience, and what is the physiological basis behind the learning and the experience? So the learning or the experience is uh, defined as a behavioral change or the alteration in the behavior as a result of experience. Means if you learn something, you have the experience, and while and after getting the experience, there is some changes and all the alterations in your behavior. So that alterations in the behavior is known as the learning. Okay, for example, you have learned the English speaking, and you it represented in your behavior. So that is the learning. Okay, so now there are various types of learning. uh, so learning may be categorized in the many types. Okay, so few of the learning types are discussed here. So one is the discrimination learning. So discrimination learning means you can discriminate uh, among the various characteristics. For example, the coloration or the different colors, you can uh, detect, or you can recognize that this is red color, this is blue color, this is green color. Okay, so this is discrimination learning. Then second is the habituation learning. So habituation, what is the habituation? When a continuous stimulus is there, so by the continuous stimulus you are habituate to that stimulus, or either you will over expressive for that, or the less expressive for the stimulus after the habituation. Okay, so the next type of learning is the concept formation. Concept formation means you can solve the problems of the similar pattern. So for example, the concept of addition means you have uh, to add. When you learn to add the concept of addition, you can add any number. Okay, 2 plus 2, 2 plus 5. So the number is different, but the problem is similar, pattern is similar. So you have to learn the concept. So next type of learning is the problem solving learning. Okay, so it comes after the experiences. You face various types of problems, and when you came out from the problem, you have the experience, and you can um, solve this the next problems using the experience of the earlier problems. Okay, so next is the perceptual learning. So perceptual learning is the effects of past experiences on sensory perceptions. Okay, so your sensory, or you can say that your sixth sense is ready to behave for the similar type of the stimulus you have experience for that past experience. So that is the perceptual learning. So next is the psychomotor learning. Psychomotor learning, the development of neuromuscular patterns in response to sensory signals. Okay, so that are the psychologically developed into the neuromuscular system, and you can uh, you can respond to the similar type of the sensory signals for that. So likewise there are other types of the learning also, like the association, the conditioning, imprinting. So imprinting and conditioning and association we have already discussed in the previous lectures. So these are the various types of the learnings. So the mentioned authors reasoned that responses were the central building blocks of the learning. So the mentioned authors have described that the uh, basic building block of learning is the response. Okay, not the perceptions or the mental status. So for example, if when you teach children to spell the A for apple and B for ball, so till he or she will not speak that A for apple, it will not be learning for them. Okay, so response is necessary for the learning. So their response is necessary. So the response is the building blocks of the learning. So Hall argued that habit strength, a result of practice stimulus response activities promoted by reward, was the essential aspect of learning, which he viewed as a gradual process. Okay, so result of practice stimulus response activities promoted by the reward. So practice, stimulus and response. So this may be activated by the reward. Okay, if you have a reward, for example, when we teach a mice or a rabbit to uh, cross a specific path, so we will give it a reward means you can provide it a specific type of food or other thing, so he will enjoy and he know that if I do this thing, then I will get this reward. So this the learning can be enhanced or activated by the rewards. So we have understood that what is the learning and what are various types of the learning. What is the physiological basis of learning? So the physiological basis, the mechanism of learning and remembering seem to depend on relatively enduring changes in the nervous system. Okay, so learning is the alterations in the nervous system. So your nervous system is altered or changed, so you learn something. Apparently the effects of learning are first retained in the brain by some reversible processes, after which a more permanent neural changes takes place. So in the initial time, when you are learning phase, in the learning phase, initially the reversible processes is there in the brain. So that is the short term memory created. Okay, then further when you practice and practice again and you are expertise in the same thing, so the permanent neural changes takes place in the brain. So this is the basis of the learning. So there are two types of concept. One is short term, and it is accompanied by the through a physiological mechanism, psychological mechanism. Example: the synaptical, electrical, and chemical changes takes that keeps the memory trace alive over a limited period of time. The ensuing, and the second is the more permanent or long-term memory, uh, which is caused by the changes in the physical or chemical structure of the neurons. Okay, the synaptic changes seems to be particularly important. So new techniques like the PT and the MRI scans may illuminate a physiological basis of learning. So thank you. Hope you are satisfied with this digital session, and if you have any query, please write in the comment box. I will resolve your query. This session is powered by Digital Version 2 Jyoti Vidhyapeeth Women's University Jaipur. Thank you.